Well, I certainly do hope you enjoyed Deborah Neary and all she had to say about the work she does with women in nature. I highly encourage you to reach out to her if you would like to have your photographs done and also participate in that healing process. I now have sitting with me a gentleman by the name of Carson Tang. He is the president of Carson Worldwide. He is also the founder of an organization called Powermastery, which we're going to hear all about in a moment, and the founder of Festival for Change. Welcome, Carson.
Hey. Lisa Marie, it's Powermastery is an empowerment community that helps people transform their lives from the inside out, dealing with those negative behaviors, those things that make them procrastinate, phobias, whatever the case may be, or help them break through. They're at a crossroads in their life, they can't decide where to go, and we do things which are experiential, hands-on, to create those dynamics which help them get through to the next point which they're trying to achieve, which they otherwise may not because they're stuck in a vicious circle with themselves.
That self-talk, that negative self-talk, I see it so often in my program, my counseling programs, where people really feel they cannot achieve certain things, but it's because they keep hearing that they cannot achieve certain things. So as part of your program, are you doing self-affirmations as a part of the program and teaching people how to self-affirm and then putting it into action? How does it actually work?
Our process works in different ways, and with our retreats, like the one we have coming up April 28th to 30th, 2017 at Saratoga Spa State Park at the Gideon Putnam, is we have a number of different experts and gurus in different facets of life, whether they're coming from the side of Ericksonian hypnosis or NLP practitioners to yogi masters to people involved in meditation and breakthrough, and people who have actually won world records, multiple world records, authored different books. They come from different perspectives, so we touch upon different modalities because I feel like a bat utility belt, there's no one fix-it-all type approach. There are different things which work better for you than other people or don't work for you, and so we try to provide them all these tools which are at their disposal that they can try out through these events or the retreat that we have going on. And so when we talk about the breakthrough, it takes them through a process in which they have an awareness of where they were, where the stuff evolved, where it's anchored to, like maybe in childhood you were anchored to, this is what you were rewarded for, this bad behavior, and nobody fixed that. And now today, how is that manifest in your career, your life, your finances, whatever else? And then the next part of the process throughout the retreat is to have you work on that and process it in a real manner in which it's hands-on, experiential, as opposed to having people tell you what to do and just talk about it.
And take home a book and have to read the book and figure it all out. Now, the retreat that you're touching on is Festival for Change in Saratoga Springs. We have the Empowerment Retreat on the 28th, starting on Friday the 28th, and then Saturday and Sunday, correct? So we have, during that process, how many teachers, practitioners, educators will be participating in this?
So at the Empowerment Retreat, it runs from Friday to Sunday in the Gideon Putnam Resort, and that has approximately a dozen facilitators, faculty coming from as far away as Florida, Montreal, and different parts of the United States, sharing their expertise, their insights, and how they were able to achieve what other people would think was impossible, but they were able to achieve it. We have one person who actually won 5 world records, Guinness Book of World Records. One person won 2. And we're going to show people how to achieve those levels of success.
How to do that.
Yes.
Isn't that beautiful? Also, when Deborah Neary was on earlier in the show, we spoke a lot about Saratoga Springs and the healing properties of Saratoga Springs. And you are also having this facility, as we said, at the Gideon Putnam and the grounds in the park, correct?
Right. So we have 2 events running simultaneously. You have the retreat for 3 days and the Festival for Change, which takes place outdoors in Saratoga Spa State Park amongst the tall pines, the mineral springs, lots of negative ions out there, so a lot of positive energy, the geyser that we have out there. But there's going to be a lot of activity, a lot of presentations going on, demonstrations. There's even actually an outdoor gear swap. So any of the people who show up there, all the guests, it's totally free, 100% free to the public to attend for both days. They could come with their outdoor recreation gear or apparel, and they could swap it with somebody else who's brought their stuff, or just donate it to somebody. It's an opportunity to get people involved in the outdoors, because we feel through the Festival for Change, it's promoting natural health, wellness, fitness, and mindfulness, and the outdoors as well. And through this is what we're trying to introduce people who are not familiar with that to those different modalities of healing, wellness, because I do believe that the first approach to health and wellness is not through a pill. It's through you working on your diet, your nutrition, your mental attitude, all those
mental
things
and
together.
emotional healing too. So you're going to have tours of mineral water tours by Trent Millay, I believe.
Yes.
Yoga classes are going to be participatory. People can participate in yoga classes. You have, I believe, someone doing, what was it? Just lost it. It was a tour. Some other tours are taking place as well, and I can't believe I just lost what I was going to ask you. Isn't that crazy? But essentially, people will be able to be hands-on with people, helping them through whatever it is that they want to learn while they're there that day, and being out in nature. As you said, the tall pines, the water, the grass, the trees. It's a beautiful thing. So that's great. Carson, to my understanding, you are going to provide a discount on the program, for the retreat program, for all of these viewers who are watching today's show and listening to you. The cost of the retreat is $398, but their fee will be $99.
Yes, for the guests who are watching the program today, we're offering a special that if they sign up after they watch this program, they can get the retreat all 3 days for just $99, and all they have to do is enter a promo code that you'll show on your screen.
Promo code is on the screen, so anyone who is interested in attending this retreat, absolutely take a look at the promo code, go on, and it's only $99 for you, which is a steal for a three-day retreat in Saratoga Springs, right?
And the official site for, not where you register, but the official site where they can learn more information about both the retreat and the festival is www.festivalforchange.com, pretty simply put.
Pretty simply put. I want to go back to the Power Mastery just for one second, because I understand that through your Power Mastery program, there's actually trips that you take people on, where on these trips, people overcome challenges or burdens that they've had in their life. Can you touch on that just a little bit? Like, give me one example of one trip and some of the outcomes of that trip.
Sure. Last week we had a trip. We do trips almost every 2 weeks, but we have away trips too. Like, we're going to Yellowstone Grand Teton for the total solar eclipse. Different places. We go from Alaska to China. But the trip we had last week was regional, so we went locally somewhere to Delaware Water Gap. One of the people who showed up who thought they could do the trip, which is a day hike. We go on day hikes, no backpacking. They thought they were able to do it based on them being able to walk so many miles in the city, which is completely different from walking on a trail somewhere, and especially up an elevation which is 1,200 feet, which is almost as tall as the World Trade Center. So she gave up on the trail and pretty much said, I can't do this, I can't continue on. And basically I said, the group is moving on, what are you going to do, sleep out here overnight? So we pretty much give people the pain of responsibility to account for themselves, to learn through a process that if it's going to be, it's up to you, right? As opposed to somebody else doing it for you, because I wasn't going to carry her pack.
Right.
And nobody was going to carry her out. She had to do it herself.
Right.
And through that process, we knew that she could do it. It was not impossible. It was a psychological blockage that she had. And so she finally made it out. And after the program, we typically go out to dinner together to socialize and network, and she actually was very thankful that she actually went on the trip, while during the trip she was every explicative you could think of, and every painful grimace and face. But it wasn't physical pain, because that would be a different matter altogether if I noticed there was physical matters going on.
Right.
But she said that she didn't think she'd be able to do it, and it was manifesting from other things in her life that she noticed, because there was so many things she fell short of that she could have accomplished, that she accomplished there. And she says, you know what, I'm going out and buying shoes this week because I'm going to make hiking part of my activity for health.
Absolutely beautiful. And I'm going back, my memory, where went on a little memory lapse a few minutes ago, was Katrina Clay is going to be doing some meditations, I think, in Saratoga Springs.
Yeah, she's wonderful. She's going to be doing a meditative drum circle.
Yes.
And she's also going to be doing a meditative walk. A lot of these people are coming in, they're not hired by the festival, but they're all doing things that their expertise in, and they want to share that with the other people. And we invite those guests who are coming in to share their talents, to bring their musical instruments to be part of this festival. It's an outdoor festival. It's open and for families. It's for people to experience, but also learn to connect. So if people have issues with, let's say, diabetes, high blood pressure, cancer, survivors, whatever, we want them to interact with other people to find out where they found the information, what did they do which helped them, what did they do that didn't help them. It's a hub. We're trying to create this region as a hub for health and wellness for years to come, because this is the first year. It's becoming an annual event, and as it grows, we want people to understand this region as a place where they could find not only the environmental health and wellness through the mineral springs, the negative ions, and the park and everything else, but the people who are the healers out there, because the people in this area are just unequaled as far as their graciousness and unconditional desire to help people.
The sense of community here in the Capital District, Saratoga County, is beautiful, and anyone that can come to this event, and I want to clarify, this event, Festival for Change, is free. All right, so bring your family, bring your partners, bring your friends. This event is free. The retreat, there's a cost to it. I just want to make sure people understand that. So the retreat at the Gideon Putnam, there's a fee, and again, only $99 for 3 days. The festival out in the park is free. Thank you so very much for all of what you do for helping so many people heal through natural wellness programs, emotional and mental healing as well, physical healing. That's great. Anything else you'd like to add before we wrap up?
I just like to thank you for your time, and I'd like to thank everybody who's going to come out to the event and share what they have, their experiences and their, what they know, and just pay it forward.
Pay it forward. So if you would like more information about Carson and the work that he is doing, go online to carsonworldwide.com.
Yes.
Is that right? carsonworldwide.com. Thank you.
Thank you.